I'm double majoring in psychology and gender, women's, and sexuality studies. For my research, I chose to focus on my women's studies major. After lots of brainstorming, I thought it would be interesting to do my research on the division of labor in heterosexual couples' households versus the division of labor in homosexual couples' households, and how this relates to the use of processed food in the home life. In order to further explain my research, I went out and interviewed a straight couple and a same-sex couple. Since you have entered the workforce, would you agree you have less time to participate in duties around the household?
What do you think, sweetie?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're both working full time, so obviously I'm tired after a long day of work and I don't have much time to be at home doing things, so.
Studies have shown that for women, increases in labor market hours translate into only a small reduction in family work, and the amount of time devoted to childcare tasks remains unchanged. Is this a pattern you have noticed within your day-to-day lives?
I have to drop off our kids and then go to my 9-to-5 job. Then I have to pick them up and start dinner right away to take care of my family. Some nights I have to take one of our kids to baseball, so it makes it really difficult.
In the article from Journal of Marriage and Family, it states, many researchers have hypothesized that the division of household labor among couples who hold more traditional beliefs about gender and marital roles will be relatively traditional. That is, the wife will do the bulk of the domestic labor, whereas couples holding less ideologies will have a more balanced division of labor. What are your views on this prediction?
You'd say we're pretty traditional, right?
Yeah, I think we are.
Yeah. So I think that statistic suits us.
How does living life with a more traditional belief system versus living life with a less traditional belief system affect household activities specifically in your home?
Yeah, I do most of the cooking and cleaning and laundry and taking care of the kids.
I just take care of things outside, mowing and fixing things that need to be fixed. So I think our roles are pretty divided.
Does the busy life you live have consequences on the quality of food served in your household?
Yeah, after a long day at work and taking care of the kids, I'm exhausted and he expects food on the table, so unfortunately we just aren't able to have a real dinner. We eat more processed foods than we should.
As a couple, how could you work together to improve your home life?
Maybe if we communicated more and really divided up our chores, then our family would be functioning better. We'll be able to spend more time together and eat a real dinner and stop going out as much.
Yeah, I guess I should realize that you have a lot on your plate too, and I should be more considerate of that, and we can balance out our roles more.
Since you have entered the workforce, would you agree you have less time to participate in duties around the household?
Yeah, I think we probably have less time to attend to like household chores just because we are busy, but I feel like that applies to everybody more so than just us.
Yeah, try to balance our best, but any couple who both work have that dilemma. So.
Studies have shown that for women, increases in labor market hours translate into only a small reduction in family work, and the amount of time devoted to childcare tasks remains unchanged. Does this information translate for your lives?
I feel like we divide the work equally between us just because we have a lot of value for each other's professions and we have a lot of value for each other and respect like the duties that we should both hold.
In the article from Journal of Marriage and Family, it states, many researchers have hypothesized that the division of household labor among couples who hold more traditional beliefs about gender and marital roles will be relatively traditional. That is, the wife will do the bulk of the domestic labor, whereas couples holding less ideologies will have a more balanced division of labor. What are your views on this prediction?
We feel like we have like a less traditional household structure in terms of duties because neither of us like feels weighted to like only one of us does all of like the dishes or the laundry. We just kind of do it as it comes up. So if one of us sees the dishes need to be done, then we just do it. Or if there's lots of laundry, then we just do it. And it's not like one of us does it all the time. It's pretty equal.
I feel like we have busy lives and want to help each other out whenever we get the chance because we both live there.
Does the busy life you live have consequences on the quality of food served in your household?
We work hard to try to keep up a balanced diet in our house, but sometimes we slip up and don't always follow through on that.
Yeah, I feel like if you work just such demanding jobs, sometimes it can be easier to just grab what's readily available.
As a couple, how could you work together to improve your home life?
I think that since we're two women in a same-sex relationship, that we have faced hardships in our push for equality.
Yeah, and I think because of that, like, we have a lot more respect for each other's individual equality in our own household.
Although these staged interviews of couples discussing their home life represents the majority of the research I have found, this is not always the case for all couples in their home life. I found many research articles that stated women are still expected to be the main ones to do household duties within their relationship. Not only this, but studies have shown when a woman makes more money than her husband, he expects her to do even more work around the house. This is simply because he is so insecure about himself. However, according to the research I found related to same-sex relationships, these couples live a more equal and less traditional life. With that being said, same-sex couples value equality, and therefore respect each other's busy work schedules. Due to this, members of a same-sex couple are willing to both help out around the house. Overall, if couples respected each other's busy lifestyles and took on more equal roles within their households, then they would be more likely to live a healthy lifestyle. I cannot have these children yelling in my video. Fuck!
Dude. What?
Should I put my glasses on for this interview?
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Just keep them like in your lap, like.
I really have no idea what to do
It wasn't just me.
with my hands.
Yep.
And 3, 2, 1.
I mean,
Do it.
Okay.
Okay. And action. What do you think, sweetie? Oh my god. I didn't like that.
you're terrible.
Research on the division. Fuck. Okay.
I want a big ass glass house.
Glass.
And
Oh
the
my-
color
Let's live in
scheme.
an ice house.
That's called an igloo.
No. Okay. On the division of labor.
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 We divide up who does.
I don't know. Do you know what you're saying?
Yes, I think I do.
Okay.
Action. Yeah, I have to draw. I gotta pick them up first. Why can't I?
No, you drop them off first.
You don't. Sarah. These scripted interviews are not always the case for every family. Or for
I would
every
say
home life.
staged. I liked staged.
What?
These staged interviews, blah blah.
Yeah.
Not scripted. You said scripted.
I said scripted.
Yeah,
So say
staged.
scripted.
No, say staged.
Say staged.
Yeah. Ready when you are.
Do you want to go over it again?
No, I know it. I got it.
She's doing it, folks. She's killing it.
Maybe we should communicate more and divide our chores up better.
Okay. I gotta go to work.
Okay.
I need a cigarette. I gotta go to work.
Don't actually start yet, but like flail your arms around a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I have to pick up.
Should I answer this question?
Like, no fucking way.
Like we just clarified what you're supposed to say.
Dude, I'm about to need a cigarette. If you
I
don't get
need a cigarette. I need a cigarette.
Drop them off
Drop them off. Okay.
at
I'm sorry.
child's.
Okay.
Child support. Well, child services.
I literally almost said child service.
The orphanage.
We're over it right now, and then I'm instead doing this. Like,
But no, those good words.
I mean,
that was good words right there. Let's go. Roll nears.
We were.
This is the last one, Dorothy.
Trying.
That's how the cookie crumbles.